global hospitality industry continues to grow, change and diverse every year. In fact, hospitality is one of the world's fastest growing employment sectors, and it is predicted to continue growing stronger for the coming years. Luxury hospitality and tourism careers also present a unique career track for professionals who specialize in creating the finest guest experience. I sat down with a tutor at Uzuri Institute College, and I wanted to know how hospitality certificate prepares graduates to work in business related to travel and tourism, where hospitality services and skills are essential to the customer service experience.
I'm Juma Igans. I am a tutor at Uzuri Institute, and in normal cases, when a student, a Form 4 leaver, or anyone that is willing to do hospitality management, finds themselves in an institution of higher learning, a number of things happen, and one of those major things is, of course, we'll take this particular student through a process or an orientation of some sort to ensure that they are able to really understand what they need to do pertaining this particular program. So the hospitality industry is a bit broad because, of course, it covers tourism as well. But the most important thing is they need to understand that passion in doing this particular course is very important, is key. It is vital to understanding what exactly they need to to do after their education. So a number of steps are followed. Of course, tumesema ya kwanza ni we first of all orient this student, and then we take this student into a process of learning in class. After a theoretical learning in class, we'll take the student through practical learning, of course, in a practical kitchen. That is for the catering students. And the main aim of this particular practical session is to impact, or rather to ensure that the student is able to learn the practical skills when it comes to conducting practicals in kitchens. And essentially what I mean by that is doing the practical skills, that is in terms of cooking in a kitchen. And when I talk about cooking, I don't just mean cooking of any sort. It is professional cooking, where professional standards must be maintained, and hygiene, and all that pertains to professionalism in the kitchen must be adhered to. So the hospitality industry, or hospitality management, and any other thing that comes under this particular bigger umbrella is very much interested in ensuring that students, whenever they get enrolled into an institution of higher learning, like for example Uzuri Institute, they are able to learn the practical skills, so that when they get out to the environment, or the industry, the actual industry, they are able to deliver according to the requirements, and even surpass or exceed these particular requirements.
The good thing about the hospitality industry, it is the industry with the most job opportunities in the world, because after completion of a diploma in hospitality management, you can work in a hotel or a restaurant setup. Either way, you can work in the travel industry, where you can work in the transport, airline, you can work in the railway transport. Right now we have the SGR, the standard gauge railway. They have vacancies for hoteliers, for waiters, for waitresses, for chefs. You can also work in hospitals. In hospitality as a department, we train our students on nutrition, dietetics, healthy eating, special diets. So you can work as a nutritionist, whereby you can be prescribing healthy diets for patients and other people in need of healthy diets. You can work in very many places. You can work in high schools as caterers, whereby you can be coming up with menus to suit the various needs of the students, because as students are learning, their mind need to be well rejuvenated with special balanced diet food. So you can work as a caterer or a cateress in a high school setup. There are very many other opportunities that you can have in the hospitality industry. You can also work in the management team, whereby you can be a manager, you can be an event organizer, you can organize for people, for parties, weddings, anything that requires event organization. So there are very many, those are just a few. The list is endless. Very many opportunities in the industry. That is why it remains the best industry and the most income generating industry in the world as per now.
A preparation of these students in terms of making them to be ready for the market, it entails a lot of things. But first of all, it entails making sure that the student, of course, attends class. The student must be able to attend all theoretical classes because they're supposed to get the basic knowledge before getting into a practical kitchen, where they can now apply the basic theoretical knowledge into the practical bit. So it is very important for this particular student to ensure they attend all these classes. And what is even more important is that they don't just attend the classes. They're supposed to ensure they are able to understand whatever they're being taught, because it is one thing to attend, and it's a totally different thing to understand whatever you're being taught in the classes you're attending. So it is key that the student is able to understand. And of course, another process is taking this particular student through the actual process of conducting practicals, after which the student will be exposed to the outside world through avenues where they can do an attachment or an internship, industrial attachment or internship, so that they can be able to get that particular glimpse into what exactly happens in the industry, so that they can be able to also understand that aside from the classwork and all that happens within a kitchen, there is a real industry out there where they really need to get more understanding on what exactly they should do, should they really get into the market and be required to do one or two things concerning the job market.
The hospitality industry includes many career paths and options for those who enjoy interacting with people and providing them with the support that they need. What does it take for someone to choose hospitality as a career path?
I would say it takes a few things for someone, for a student specifically, to be in the hospitality industry. Number one, you must be someone that is really passionate about the industry, because hospitality per se is not just a word that would mean students who really want to just learn and cook, serve people. It is more than just cooking and serving. It entails a lot of passion. You need to be so passionate about this particular industry, because a lot of things that happen, if you're not passionate, then you wouldn't make it through. So if you get the passion, I think if passion will be the main driver of what exactly you want to do in this particular industry, you'd go a higher level as compared to someone who just gets into this industry for the sake of just doing the course. So passion to me is key when it comes to ensuring that you're able to do what is right as per the requirements of this particular industry. So passion, passion, passion. Passion is everything.
We understand, and probably it is good to smile. And a good smile, and a way that one chooses a word, probably is the best weapon for anyone who is in this industry, due to face-to-face interaction with people. Anyone who is interested in joining this industry must keep few important consideration in mind, I guess.
So for anyone out there who really wants to choose or take this particular path of hospitality or catering industry as their path, or even the tourism industry, they really need to focus on a number of do's and don'ts. So number one do's is they need to be ready to accept that the hospitality industry entails working for longer hours, and the determination and perseverance in working in all these longer hours without really wanting to get any particular break, because at times there are no breaks. By the way, there are no breaks, and you really need to be ready for the longer hours. So that is number one do's. And number two, they really need to be ready. They need to be ready to accept that challenges are there. Challenges are, of course, in all industries, I believe, but the most important thing is how you handle the challenges. So the do here is just have a positive attitude and focus on your strength more, and try as much as you can to provide answers to challenges that may arise in the course of whatever it is you're doing. The most important don't, I would say, for someone that is maybe planning to get into this particular industry is don't get into the hospitality industry out of coercion or being forced to do this. So it should be from it should be from your own personal volition, whereby you're able to do what you love, and apparently one of the best things in life is, doing something that you really love, because you'll end up doing it in the right manner, in the right possible manner, and at the end of the day, you'll realize that you're going to get the best out of it, because you're not being pushed by anyone, but you're pushing yourself. So that inner self-drive is what really pushes someone into a higher realization of success. So the only don't, I would say, is don't get into this because you're being asked or even coerced to get into it. Just do it because it is what you love, it is what you want to do, and it is what you're passionate about at the end of the day. So the passion is very, very important.
The hotel management career is designed for both men and women who are interested in career advancement and employment within the hospitality industry. Basically, what is promising for the future for those who are keen to serve others in hospitality?
Generally, the hospitality industry generally has a lot of opportunities, a lot. In fact, statistically, I think we are one of the best industries when it comes to offering job opportunities. And chances are, when you graduate in this particular industry with either a diploma, a certificate, or even a degree, there are better chances of you getting jobs. And I'm not saying the other courses are not offering better chances. No, I'm just saying as compared to other courses, the hospitality industry positions a graduate into a higher and better level of getting a job. Because they're able to, get themselves, into any particular segment, because the hospitality industry is made up of a number of segments. We have so many segments actually, and as long as you're passionate about a given segment, say for example the hotel, restaurant, the bar, clubbing, also we have travel and tours. We have so many segments, and at the end of the day, it is what are you really excited about? What is it that you'd really want to do about when it comes to this particular industry? So it is my belief that the minute you've done this particular course, you'll be positioned to better get chances or opportunities that cannot be gotten in any other sectors, because hospitality, of course, is very diverse, and you're able to learn a lot in the course of your studies. So that by the end of your time, by the end of your studies, you're able to know where exactly you fit in terms of whether it's the hotel industry or even the travel industry, or the whichever industry, as long as it's under hospitality management. So a lot can be offered, especially if you've done hospitality.
We have experienced tremendous, we have experienced a lot of changes in the industry. A few years back, many people perceived hospitality as a career path for women only, but now we have noted that men also can work and suit very well in the industry. There's other departments in the school, the engineering departments, used to take this course very lightly. But now weight has been added onto it, and now people can perceive it with more seriousness that it deserves. And it has turned out to be one of the best and the best paying career paths in the industry. So now we have seen young men and young women joining the industry compared to years earlier, where it was only joined by those people maybe who had failed in their exams, or those people who did not want to take the complex courses in school. This one is very commendable, and this is something that I love, because in the past people perceived hospitality as just cooking and cleaning dishes. But now it has been diversed into other things. Hospitality now can be defined as offering being friendly to strangers, in terms of providing accommodation, meals, in terms of providing information on various historic and scenic sites. So we have seen very many tremendous changes. The perspective in the industry has changed. Now we have more and more students coming and taking hospitality as their career path. And it is a very paying job too. It is very paying to work in the hospitality industry.
For anyone out there who's probably thinking about taking hospitality management or anything under hospitality, be it catering, tourism, as their career choice, and especially at Uzuri Institute, I'd say that would be the best decision you're going to make, because one of the most important assurances that you can never get in an institution is, are you able to get into the job market well molded? Are you able to get into the job market a complete professional? Because basically that is what Uzuri Institute is all about. We are all about making sure that by the time you go out there to the job market, you're able to be, you're able to compete favorably with all these other graduates all over the world. You're able to do the right things according to what you should do. And practically, of course, we are a technical institute, and our major focus, our major strength is in ensuring that in practicals, our students are doing well. So with no questions asked, I think you'll be well suited to operate or even work in any particular hospitality segment, provided you've stepped your foot in this particular institution, Uzuri Institute, and of course, provided you've done hospitality, be it catering or even any particular course in hospitality. So it's a guarantee that at the end of the day, you're going to get the right quality education, because that is what we offer.
I'm Rachel Chege, student at Uzuri Institute, pursuing hospitality and catering management. The reason why I chose to do hospitality, it was my passion. From the word go, I like to cooking, the way they dress for service. So it was my passion that when I come to an institution of high learning, I'll get more skills, because I was used to cook at home, but I had no skills. That's why I decided to join Uzuri Institute to learn more skills, to know more about production, service, and right now I can do good in production and both in service. So I think I'm perfect in all. I can do anything, like production, I can produce anything that you want, anything that guests want. When it comes to service, about table setting, how to interact with guests, I think I'm good enough to go to the market. According to the practicals we do here in this kitchen, in our restaurant, the way we serve guests, the way we handle guests, the way we handle food to prevent food poisoning, the way we clean, like I have that trust that my trainers have trained me well with the practicals, and I think I'm good. If you have that passion, don't do it because your friend told you to do hospitality. Just do it from your passion, and you will definitely like it, because when you do it as a passion, you are not being forced by anyone. And in our course, it is very marketable, by the way, because it is very rare you had that someone finished his or her education like your course, your hospitality, then you find someone is loitering out there. You can start your own business, like you start cooking chapati, you go that way, you develop, and you have a big hotel, you own it. So if someone is interested, kindly you can join hospitality. For we have outside caterings that are everywhere, because each and every time we have occasions, you can have connections. So I can encourage someone, if you are willing, if you have passion, kindly join us and you will go far.
Working in a hotel management often requires you to gain experience in a hotel environment. Whether you are working at the front desk or perhaps you're working as a housekeeping, many hotel management professionals work their way up through the industry just because the relevant experience often is highly valued in hospitalities. Now, I hope that information helps you choose a career in hospitality and venture more and more. That has been our show today. My name is Joseph Okiyo. Remember to keep the conversation going on our social media platform, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. All is DGTV. Till then, my name is Joseph Okiyo. As I said, have a blessed day.